there's this thing called baseball gods, and people say, oh, they don't exist. They exist.
No.
They exist. Kratz, back me up. When you think you've got it figured out and you're the Padres and you throw some stupid thing making fun of a guy that's a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best pitchers of all time, and then you get your ass kicked for the next week, guess what? The baseball gods are saying you ain't that good.
Is that from a baseball god, or is that from bulletin board material as well?
They didn't just play the Dodgers.
Right.
But that's baseball gods saying, guess what, boys? You ain't that good. You better clean it up. Now, the players had nothing to do with that, but I guarantee you there is a player or two in the Padres that have gone to whoever did it and said, that was a bad idea, guys. We should have just let that one go. Padres thought it was funny. The crowd was going crazy. They won a game. They beat Kershaw. The Padres beat the Dodgers in the DS last year, and it was like they won the World Series. The Dodgers went out and basically didn't do a lot this offseason, brought up some of the young guys. The Padres went out and spent a boatload on Machado, Bogarts, all these guys, right? Brought them on, tried to get Judge, tried to get Turner. They ended up with Bogarts. They re-signed Machado. The Dodgers are kicking their ass so far this year. The Dodgers are the same Dodgers with Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Clayton Kershaw, Tony Gonsolin, Shove. And the Padres are looking up going, we thought we finally figured it out, but guess what? We haven't figured it out. You still are our daddy. So it was funny when it happened, and I'm not on the Dodgers, I'm not on the Padres, but now looking at it backwards, you're like, that wasn't the best idea in the world, Padres.
Man, it wasn't, but I think we're making it something like that the players did. I think it may have motivated the Dodgers some, like to kind of back up, but they're not sitting there like with a picture of a crying Clayton Kershaw emoji on the bulletin board.
Maybe
they are. I'm not in their clubhouse, but I think what you said about the whole they spent a lot of money, the Dodgers didn't spend a lot of money. The Padres are feeling sheepish right now. The Padres are feeling like, well, we did so much. It was kind of like the younger brother beating the older brother for the first time in a race or in ping pong. And he's like they just shoving it in their face. And then their younger brother's friends are shoving it in the older brother's face. The older brother's like, okay, let's run it back. And now they're coming back. I don't necessarily believe in the baseball gods in the sense of, because you can't blame somebody that's sitting on the bench going, guy's got a no-hitter. But you never say it. So I'm just saying.
It's just a coincidence, Kratz. Just happens to be a coincidence that since then, 7-1, what's their lead? 7 games?
Over the Padres.
Over the
3
Padres.
games over the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, but
and the Dodgers have the most wins in the National League. Ho
yes,
hum.
They have the best record again.
Ho hum.
26-15. San Diego's 3 games under. It's so early. I mean, I still think the Padres are good. My whole thing,
so that whole it's early thing.
Yes, it is. It's a quarter into the season.
That's a lot, though. That's a big chunk. It's not like we're 10 games in.
But my thing is, they're both good. That's my thing. The Padres are underperforming. The Dodgers aren't. The Dodgers are doing what they're supposed to do. They lost Trey Turner. They're missing some other dudes, especially in the rotation, like a Walker Buehler, but they're still a good ball club. They keep pumping out prospects like James Outman. Miguel Vargas looked really good again this past weekend. Mookie is the one, in my mind, who lit up from last weekend more than anyone, right?
He hit that home run off Hader.
Yes.
And he's been on fire since.
Otherwise, that's a loss, right? Mookie saves the day in that game. They had, between the Kershaw meme, and he mentioned that he didn't like that sign that said, like, you hit going vertical instead of horizontal. So, yeah, they poked the sleeping bear in Mookie Betts, who definitely is so freaking naturally talented that you don't want to give him anything extra. Fair?
Fair.
Okay. Fair. That's not baseball gods.
Yes, it is.
That's more than baseball gods. No, that's motivating.
So is baseball gods when Arozarena comes around third base and just stands there like this and stops? Because we praise that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying baseball gods they beat them last year in the DS. They beat them early in the year with the crying meme. The Padres were thinking, we got these guys. We know how to beat them. We've got the formula to beat the Dodgers. That's baseball gods. Now the Dodgers are saying, and the baseball gods are saying, hey, listen, you ain't got this figured out. It's like, Kratz, it's like when you would get hot for a week and you'd be like 10 for 20. You're like, I ain't never getting out. Ever getting out. You know what you do? You go 0 for 20 the next week, and you're like, I can't get a hit ever again. I'll never figure out how to get a hit again. Because as soon as you think you got this game figured out, it jumps up and it slaps you like I'm about to slap Scott Braun with this whacker.
I've had enough today already.